All right. Hello, hello. Arido, thank you. Artwork they have. Some of it's fan created, some of it's mine. How are you doing tonight? Woo-wee. It's a bit warm around here. Let me know if the audio's weird at all. It should be okay from what I'm looking at, but hello, hello. Welcome in. Looks like we're up and running. Doesn't look like anything's crashing or dying or any of that. Looks good all around. What are we making today? Kind of a sausage bake thing. Got some cabbage, red potatoes, spicy sausages, bell peppers, spicy peppers. Gracias. Looks good on TikTok line. Thank you. But gonna chop them all up and bake them off. It's good, stupid simple, but it covers all the bases, and you can make a lot of it, eat it through the week, which is the whole point of this. So that's what we're gonna do today. Chop up a bunch of peppers, onions, cabbages, whatnot. Bake it all off. So I'm just gonna start here. How's Kat doing today, by the way? It's been a while since we actually chatted. Did you hear back from I don't think you ever actually oh yeah, the housekeeping thing. Okay. I'm so loud. Make fruit salad. Well, fruit salad out of nowhere. I mean, we could do a fruit salad. I ain't got the fruit today. I didn't plan for that at all. I don't just have a whole studio pantry behind me. I'm so loud, huh? I could turn myself down. It is redlining. Do 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 do. Oh, you know why I'm loud? Probably because it's not filtered. 1 second. Fruit salad. What do you like in a fruit salad? Like, what's your go-to for a fruit salad? There we go. That's somewhat better, but not really. Okay. Something like that should probably do. Had to turn myself 15 decibels down. That's fine. It's fine. Oh, why is the input gain at like 30? What the hell? That's what? That's not okay. That would explain why it's so loud. That's an insane level. Why would it be that high? Okay. That should be, nope, way too loud still. Why is it way too loud still? Okay, we're gonna try that. Let me know if I'm still way too loud. It looks like I'm sitting pretty where my levels are right here. I don't know why the input gain got cranked up to max, but yeah, no, it was being overly sensitive for no reason whatsoever. All right, we gotta start a compost bin and that kind of stuff. Fruit salad. It's been like ages since I actually did a good fruit salad. I usually do like yogurt. I mean, it could be one of those hi, my name is Ender, and I brought the fuzzy peach ring salads. So we could count it. Fruit flavored salad, a little candy salad. All right. So just chopping this up into random little squares, nothing too crazy. These are going to cook down a bit. And as we toss them in seasonings and whatnot, they'll actually break apart. So we want kind of chunks because they're going to come apart as you manipulate them throughout the week and that kind of stuff. If we shredded them all up, it would become like this weird goopiness. We don't want that. Fruit salad. Yummy, yum. Now that's going to be stuck in my head. Fruit salad. But yeah, this is kind of just a mishmash of randomness, vegetables and whatnot. If you ever had potatoes O'Brien, it's like that kind of an idea. We've got peppers. I'm also going to throw in some of our garden peppers, onions, potatoes. Then I'm tossing in sausage for some protein. And cabbage, because we have a bunch of cabbage. We have like a head and a half of cabbage. What's up? Deep frying it? Usually when you do like bacon wrapped whatever, you can sear it in a pan on all sides and then bake it or whatever you're doing. And that'll cook the outsides more than the insides because that's just how cooking works in a pan. And in most ways. So if you just sear it briefly on the outside, so it starts till it starts to turn colors, then it will turn deeper color on the outside while the inside cooks in the oven or if you deep fry it or whatever. So yes, it's a little extra work. It also really depends on how you do it in the first place, honestly. Because when I did like bacon wrapped jalapenos or like stuffed with cream cheese and that kind of stuff, I would just deep fry them. I would just drop them in the deep fryer and let them crisp up on the outside and that kind of stuff and finish them in the oven on like a wire rack. What what are you thinking? Like what are you planning on making, or is that just a complete hypothetical? Because the bacon was chewy? What happened to fruit salad guy? Martin Dean, where'd you go? Usually when I make fruit salad, I do things like yogurt, like a just vanilla yogurt as a base binder kind of thing. Think like potato salad. So it like holds it all together and stuff. But you got to really drain your fruit if you're going to put it in like that because it'll get very soupy and very unappetizing. Unless you're into that kind of thing, you know, you could always turn it into a smoothie once it gets soupy. Oh, floppy bacon. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, with the barbecue, you're going to have high heat on the outside and nothing to cook the middle. So you're going to get the outsides way done. And it's not going to penetrate enough to cook the bacon all the way through. So unless you go low and slow or like sear it in a pan first and then put it on the grill to get the marks and the smoke. That makes sense. Yeah, in that case, I'd wrap up the potatoes and then sear it in a pan and then put it on the griddle or the grill that way. Potatoes you can kind of deep fry, but that isn't really the point of those from the sounds of it, and they probably would fall apart. So I think searing it would have been your best bet. Oh, I just realized I have a cut on my finger. I was doing some plumbing for our pool, and I pinched my finger between a stone and the pool filter, which is super heavy. Not gonna be too bad, but I've got some spicy peppers over here. That's gonna be a problem. Okay, so cleaned off our peppers. I'm only gonna, like I said, not cut these into tiny, itsy bitsy, minuscule bites, but we want texture. We want things that you can pick up and eat bite size, but not gigantic. So, not too bad. But that's what we're looking for. Crispy. Crispy bacon, yeah. Valid. Totally valid. I know people that'll, I mean, technically you can, but I would not recommend it as a online personality who was a chef at one point. You can eat it raw, technically. It's cured, but it's a very bad idea. Extra crispy. So yeah, turn down the heat when cooking it so that it gets low and slow, or, pan sear it first. Would be your best bet on that. That's one of the major things that home cooks do wrong with any kind of like grilling. They just go super high, super fast kind of thing. And you end up with only par cooked food of any given kind. The wiggle. Okay. Okay. I see you. I like mine to be just below that. There's still a little bit of a wiggle, but it doesn't just flop over. Do what you will with that out of context. But that's my got a nice crisp to it, but still has a nice chew, a little bit of a bite. This is gonna take a while to bake. I can tell already. I think we'll do one more of these. We'll put the other half in the fridge. Shardy bacon. Not sharty bacon, but shard. Most people actually kind of say that's burnt. Burnt bacon. But you know what? Takes all kinds. It's a spectrum, etc., etc. Okay. So we got our cabbage. We got our peppers. We're going to do onions next, and then spicy peppers, and last sausage and potatoes. What the hell did TTS just say? No, not burnt. ... Just before burnt. The space ... space made TTS say no, not burnt. Cotcherurly Bacon says just before burnt. I don't know what Cotcherurly Bacon says is, but what? Cotcherurly Bacon. Apparently, and I don't know if you're close enough to the Eastern Seaboard, but also your power comes from a different area. But apparently, the Eastern Seaboard last week had a few days of the power just kind of pulsing in and out because of all the power use from data centers and stuff, I guess. Apparently. Allegedly. So that's fun. I wonder if that's going to start becoming more and more of a regular thing. We got AI TTS breaking up. Saying the most random, out of pocket, nonsensical BS. Now our power system's failing. Not that we had the greatest infrastructure already. You're far enough. Yeah, I don't think you would share the same infrastructure. I know we have a bit of an exchange. I just don't know. I don't know good enough about this Eastern Seaboard power structure, Canada America exchange bullcrap. Just a guy on the internet who makes food and plays games. Once again, relatively big pieces of onions. Idea with this is to eat it with like a fork, where you can pick up pieces of onion, you can pick up pieces of pepper, pieces of cabbage, and mix and match your bites, or however you do on that. You can very much, if you want to do it a different way, make them smaller, make them bigger. Ow! Onion juice in my cut. Ow! Oh my god, it hurts. It burns like fire. Yeah. Well, I mean, and then you get into the whole West Midwest thing, and the Midwest is like more east than anything else. No mid. It's like, what? I don't know. Whoever made these maps originally was doing something weird. I know also that it was a bunch of randomness. Random people made the maps at random times together without referencing each other. God. I think like it really is one of those that it's like Michigan and Wisconsin and that kind of stuff, I think are counted towards Midwest, but then you have like Ohio and that kind of stuff. There. We just finished onions, so we might as well look it up. What is the Midwest? Uh yeah. Ohio, Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Nebraska, and North and South Dakota. There's 12 total. I just listed off the major easily identifiable ones. Minnesota, Wisconsin, the Dakotas, Illinois. Kind of by the Great Lakes. Which again, it's like what? Excuse me, huh? All right, these are our peppers from the yard. I believe they're serranos, but they're just fat serranos. Look, we don't body shame around here, okay? These peppers are extra plump. That's fine. We love them just the same. Not even trimming them off. Again, this is not necessarily for the little kids or nothing, but this will cook out the heat. It'll be good. There's also not a ton of them, and it's not going all over everything. Serrano. Okay. And look at that. Some of the peppers came out anyway, or the seeds came off anyways. Okay. Chopped up our peppers. Once again, bigger bites. Yep. Yeah. See, I was gonna say they look more like you would get green chilies in a can, which is Anaheim and Fresno. So agua. It's actually black tea, but water. Same difference. Same, but different, but same. Now, I have about 2 pounds of sausages and about 2 pounds of potatoes here. One of them is measured. The other one is eyeballed. And that's going to be our last ingredients. And then I have a toaster oven? Question mark? I'm going to toast most of this in a toaster oven. I'm going to bring the rest of it inside and put it in the oven in there because I'm not going to short this out. And also, I don't know how long this extension cord will handle that much juice running through it, so I don't want to take a few hours. But we'll get to see the final product. Either way. These are technically smoked and cured, so I don't have to like worry about them raw meat, you know, that kind of stuff. Even though you can very much put raw meat on a wooden cutting board, you just have to, you know, wash and sanitize it. I don't have to worry about too much bacterial exchange here. They're fully cooked and ready to go, technically. Dang Skippy, I mean, look at them, wouldn't you? Okay, and again, big old hunking pile of meat over here. I'm going to do not quite an inch cut, but big old... They look pretty small. It's more of like one of those like group activity kind of things. Sweet. But yeah, something a little meaty. Nice bite to it. Wieners. How's it going, Rancid? But yeah, so we're going to chunk these up into fairly big bites. Again, the whole point is take a fork, grab big chunks of everything. We don't want little tiny thin coins. We want like, you know, a good bite to it. It'll shrink a little bit. The fat will render out some. Just one wouldn't be filling. I mean, can you find anybody else with more than one? I'm just saying. Good. I finished my plumbing project and, you know, now we're cooking. So, not too bad. Ugh, a little hot. That's whatever. I got some color to me yesterday, which is, you know, as much of a celebration as any other white guy. Jeez Louise. Okay. Potatoes. That's it. Then we cook. I just swallowed an ice cube. Ow. Ow. Dude. Oh, sweet. Wait, what? Oh, CR campaign one. Okay. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I saw your bandmates like through the rest of the day, just periodically walking around doing stuff. So I wouldn't doubt you guys got all your steps in. I didn't even. I guess actually I did because it's on my phone. I didn't even think to count that or think about it. No, you didn't say anything about that, but right on. It read CR as crossing, I think is what it said. So it said crossing campaign one, and I was like, wait, what? What does that even mean? Not that it's fully related, but tangentially. Did you see that the guild is coming back, or they're doing a Kickstarter for that? Episode 98. Damn. The hi, Linda. Thank you for the compliment. Very random. How's your day going? Have they still continued with the animated series? I feel like they have, but I've just not been hearing about it. For Critical Role, obviously. But trying to like comb through my brain to see if I remember them talking about it at any given point. Right? Okay, yeah, season 4. Then yeah. I just hadn't heard about it. We're caught up on it. Okay, so yeah, again, rather large chunks. They're gonna be intermittent in size, and that's okay. Some are gonna be bigger, some are gonna be smaller, and that's gonna just be a little bit of differentiation. We need. We need. I'm based out of U.S., but my wife already has a husband who cooks. Who's we? I'm gonna. I don't. Is this AI? Am I being pranked? That's what she said, right? Wait, what's what she said, Paul Gibbs? Something is. Am I being pranked? Imagine. All right. So, like I said, red potatoes nearly done. We're gonna toss some. I've got some Cajun seasoning here of nondescript variety, not a sponsor, but if they want to hit me up, they more than can. You can use your favorite seasonings. This has just got a bit of a spice thing to it, and this smoked sausage is andouille, so spice to it. And as I already mentioned, we already have the spicy peppers in there. Oh, some will be big and small. Yeah, that's true too. That's true too. Do I have that emote over on? I don't think I do. I have it on the red platform yet. We need more members on. Oh wait, and that's not even. This is my third channel, so I don't even have emotes unlocked yet. I did say it earlier. I did. It's just stream of consciousness. So I totally forgot I even said it. But you're 100% right. I say stuff like that so often that we made an emote on my channel. I'm on 4 different platforms here. That makes sense. That makes sense when he was recovering. That would make total sense. All right, 1 second, stepping away. All right, so that's pretty much like 90% of the work here. We've got some fresh homegrown rosemary. I'm going to just invert this, peel them into here. That'll get tossed up inside as well. I'm going to save some of it for the onions. Did I say homemade or homegrown? I don't remember. Yeah, no, I mean, you could see some of like in the announcement video and stuff like that too. Like he was losing it, so he had to get vocal training for sure, which has got to be a major ego blow, as a voice actor. All right, so I'm saving a little tiny bit, toss in here and there as I see fit. Oh no, that was not my scraps. Oopsies. Not me tossing the random piece of potatoes and stem in the spicy peppers here. We're good. Fixed it. Okay. Big old glug of oil. Favorite kind of seasoning. So I've got no salt and salted. I'm going to use about half and half just to reduce the amount of salt because we're going to have salt from the sausages already. I'm going to go pretty heavy on the seasonings because this plus everything else is going to get mixed onto one pan. But I really want to get these coated primarily so that they don't rust because potatoes do that. That is how the potato do. Okay. Where'd I put my stirry deedly back? Found it. Something just moved over there. I mean, yeah, he likes it so much, you know, it's part of his life. I wouldn't be doubtful of that at all. And I don't blame him either. Now that's what she said. Okay. So, big old toaster-matic guy thing here. Gonna make some room. 1 second. And we'll move the camera around so, well, you aren't staring at silver the whole time. Okay. Potatoes! Okay. Oh, yeah. I got deactivated on both of them. That's my bad. What? Where? There we go. Potatoes. Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Okay. That'll work-ish. Just ignore the reflection, which will be dang near impossible. Um, eh, I don't know what that's gonna look like in the end, but something. As you can see, we totally have this on lock around here. Okay, so I have a baking sheet of sorts. I'm gonna load it up with bits and pieces, and then we'll put it in the oven here and let it go. Spray it with it's non-stick already, but I'm gonna spray it with a little bit of oil. I'm confused. We need a husband? Who's we? Italy? I don't think Italy needs husbands who can cook. Like, I know, yeah, they left. They stopped talking about it, but I'm pretty sure Italy is known for its cooking. Yeah, Mimas and old Nonas and that kind of stuff, but I know for a fact there's some pretty big, like, Italian chefs. That was just weird. We need? Okay. Little bit of everything. So I'm going to layer this. Vegetables on the bottom, meat on top, so the fat from the meat drips down onto the vegetables while it's cooking. What did I beep at? Stop beeping at me. I don't know what I'm pressing. I've never used this thing before. It's a hand-me-down. I'm sure it's fine. Beep, beep, beep. Okay. We got something like that for veggies. And now we're just going to put some sausages on top and let it go. I should probably preheat this, but I'm not going to. You can turn. It's sideways. I don't care. Sideways cam. I could try and fix it, but that's going to be like a lot of work. All right, hang on a second. I ain't got nothing better to do but do more work, so why not? Okay. Now, if only it stayed this clear the entire time, that would be awesome. But as soon as I put that stupid shelf or window up or whatever, it goes crazy. And it's upside down. No, it's not. It's right side up. We're good. Cool. Actually, that's not too bad. Sweet. Jank setup for the win. Okay, so I want these to cook, so my temperature doesn't need to be high. I don't know, like 325? No, we'll go to 350. 350 for 25 minutes sounds about right. I don't know. I don't know how well this thing works. Oh, there's a light. You guys get to see the whole thing. I did not pre-cook the potatoes, no. They are right in contact with the metal. So that metal is going to cook the heck out of them. The rest of the stuff just needs to be browned and slightly steamed. I put the potatoes on there first with extra oil and stuff to add. The oil is going to increase the conductivity, and then the direct contact with the metal is also going to make it function. No more light. Okay. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put on the bell peppers. Bah. Like I said, I'm going to do this whole thing or the rest of this in one big thing in the oven inside. So smells like hot. Shocker. Shocker. The hot thing smells hot. Not when they're browned with some spicy bits. I mean, I know you don't like them anyways. Not saying that, but they got lots of vitamin C. Little bits of, what is it? It's not iron. God damn it. There's one of those things that's like, oh, that doesn't have any of that iron. No, actually it does. It has more than like the normal stuff you'd get it from. Oranges and whatnot. Yeah, it is vitamin C. Lead. Yeah, lead. If you dip them in lead first, it's extra lead. It's good for the dyeing, No, what is it? Cyclosporic spores of cyclosporia or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what it's called. Hello, small child. What's up?
Dessert.
Dessert. Oh, okay. Good luck.
Where's the camera?
Camera's way up here. And right here. Get your dessert. Hey, don't knock over my stuff.
Okay.
I was close.
Where'd the keys go?
On top of the heater. Because the thing broke and I have to replace that. But I was doing plumbing instead, so. Yeah, that's not a very safe place to put them.
Quick, stop wings to eat.
It's too much ice. I can't get the liquid out of this. It's too much ice. Can I turn the light on permanently? Is that a setting somewhere? Broil, rotisserie, bagel, dehydrate. There's a dehydrate setting on this? Wait. Yeah, there we go. It does have a lock, yeah. It does have a lock. It's a full-size standing freezer, so they come with locks. We use it because the kids have a terrible habit, being ADHD, of not fully closing it. So if they lock it, they have to fully close it. So I'm like, guys, like I've come out here so many times, it's been completely defrosted because it just got left open a little bit, just like that much. So yeah, they lock it now. Just an easy way to guarantee we don't lose, $100, $200 worth of food, if not more. And the light's off again. It's more level. Oh, now we wait. I should honestly take this stuff inside. Where's my box? Over there. But I don't wanna. Are you exploding? Oh. It's done. It's come to temp. It's preheated. Beep, beep, beep. Watch out. You're gonna explode. All right. I'm gonna bring this stuff inside real quick. Good, because if it explodes, I fully expect chat to say, like, explosion, run, quick. Because I can still hear you inside. So I know what's happening out here if you say something. Is that from the exhaust or oil? I can't tell. All right, last trip inside. Yeah. I mean, it does make sense that it's short. I'm going to sit down since I'm doing literally nothing for 20 minutes now, except for chatting with y'all. I mean, it makes sense that it's a short light because, like, why do you need the light while it's baking? Like, for an hour? But at the same time, they should have like a feature, light feature. Either that, I can just hook up one of my key lights to just shine super bright in there, but add an angle so it doesn't reflect off the glass. That's wild. Highly. Um, they are. Let's see here. I mean, if you go by just the memes online, you have all the like romanticy girlies that switch over and read them and are like, "Oh, they're really fun." Oh, nice, nice. They really like them, the character development aspect of them. Their slow parts as far as like building the world and the world building that is, and specifically Penelea has attested to this. She doesn't really like the world building aspects as much. She says there's too much of that. I personally, I mean, I'm tearing through them. Ronan's torn through them. He's past his mom and he just started them like a month ago. Um, but yeah, no, they're definitely worth reading, especially if you can get them relatively cheap or on sale. Not that he doesn't deserve all the money in the world because that, but at the same time, capitalism do be capitalizing this time. But yeah, they are funny. They are actually heartfelt. They're thoughtful. They're interesting. There is, yeah, well, I mean, there's no spice, but they do get pretty adult with it at certain points. But as far as romance goes, there's like a will they won't they romance. It's not really like enemies to lovers kind of a thing, but they are all technically enemies. And then I don't know what the trope would be for it. Like he takes her on, and then they're like they slowly grow to one another, kind of a thing. And now there's a point at some point where things develop in a different way than what you're expecting. So it's a will they, won't they kind of a thing. And then there's also like the whole impetus of it is like his ex is cheating on him before everything happens. So he's like, yeah. So there's a few like romantic leads and tie-ins and that kind of stuff, but it's not ever the main focus for sure. No, like it very much seems like that's what they wanted to do, but then it takes a weird turn where it's like, oh, and then it takes an even weirder turn where it's like, oh, what? It's almost like they put it in there to have it feel like that, but then they remembered, oh yeah, it's just supposed to be this kind of lonely dude who's kind of, he's a loner status. I don't know. You'll see. I'm trying not to spoil it as much as possible, but no, it very much seems like it's built up to be like that, and then it gets completely torn down. But there's still that little bit of like, oh, but so. But that doesn't really happen. I think until book 2 or 3. And then there's found family aspects. There's mystery aspects. That kind of stuff. Right. Right. It's like there's it's like plot armor in movies and stuff too. Like I mean, I guess it is still plot because it's still written and that kind of stuff. But like the main character is not gonna die halfway through the movie and they're just gonna continue the movie. Like this is such fake tension that kind of ruins it almost. Where's the light button? I can see one of the sausages like. Is it upside down for TikTok? Why is it upside down for TikTok? Why is what the hell? It's 100%. Okay, that's weird. Okay, there we go. We fixed it. It it was upside down entirely for the vertical video. But yeah, over here in this corner, the sausage that's in the very back is like very well, let's just say it's leaking. And we'll leave it at that. Yeah, no, the DCC books are like what romantasy is to women for like millennial men. But I do know that there's a large fan base of women that also enjoy DCC, so they can access slow burn. Oh, nice. Have you seen the trend that's going around book talk right now, talking about like this generation of readers and how like they skip they claim these writers are so good and they claim these writers write these great stories and books, but they skip pretty much everything but the dialogue, or they skip you know, every other chapter or something like that because the writing has too much fluff or the writing has this much, and it's like that just means they're not a good writing, like they're not a good book. Like why are we not reading a book that we bought? You know, it's interesting. It's a weird mindset. I've been getting more and more videos of that in the past month. Oh my goodness. Oh, I am on the wrong channel settings. That's fine. It's all going to Foodful, not Reactful anyway, so that's fine. I'll fix it next time. Right? I know, and it's like I get that it's popular right now, like these series is and like this thread of book writing and that kind of thing, but historically romantasy books have always been not technically good and not for everyone, and there's no shame in being like I just want to read the spicy parts or you know that kind of stuff, but like don't try to defend the writer in the series if they aren't a good writer in a series. Just be like, I like these really badly written books specifically for the spicy parts, you know? Is it really that hard to say? What up, buddy? Need help? Okay. Here you go. Good. Okay.
Hello.
That aspect kind of carries over into the DCC books because it is. I mean, I'm sure you've heard at this point, or I've said it at least, but it's framed around the idea of video game reality TV series. That's him. That's my youngest. That's Badu. He is in first grade now. So what? The second year of schooling for him, however you want to call that. I remember you guys have like K and pre-K, and then you go into the other ones. But yeah. But yeah, no, the DCC series is framed as a reality TV show of a game to witness an AI controlled video game simulation. So it plays out very much like Dungeons and Dragons, where they jump into parties, but each floor or book essentially kind of changes up the rules slightly. And there's a AI DM the whole time. So yeah, it's very much got that kind of an aspect to it. If you're enjoying that for this book, then you'll enjoy DCC for sure. He's not even one yet, dude. Time is crazy, ain't it? Like, yeah, he is very much Like we're doing reading and spelling and writing, and he's like able to wake up in the morning and do like his whole workbook by himself for the most part, and like barely needs me to read the stories or the problems with him and that kind of stuff. Like it's he is humaning. Okay, I'm seeing some brown on some cabbages right here. There's this little bubbly bit right here. Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, like for us, we watch him every day. Like obviously he's not a little baby, but like that growth is so gradual that it's like, oh yeah, wow, it's been that long. It's crazy. It is wildly crazy. They play through. I have like a home device that's through one of the big companies that I work for, so I don't know why I'm not saying their name because they are paying me. But I have a Google Home display thing, and it goes through our Google Photos, which I have an album of all of our stuff. So it will pull stuff from like 4 or 5 years ago, where his sister is his age now, and I'm just like, what? Yep, yep, yeah. No, that you aren't mistaken on that. That's very much how that was. Wait, can I? No, that's just a mute button. I thought I could swipe it down. Because my voice is very loud again. I'm so used to talking like over stuff and projecting my voice that I'm like, this is the range that, no, even that's kind of spiking it out. That's wild. I just have to talk like this and I'll be fine instead of yelling. But I am so used to yelling. Okay. Oh, man. I know, we've almost got to them old enough to be out of the house. Take off. Yeah. No, not really. Because, I mean, I'm right out here and she's very aware that I will drop and turn it off at any given moment if need be to go in there. And if she's home all day, you know what I mean? So, yeah, there wasn't any given time like that. No paternity. She had maternity leave and she, got to stay inside. And we had older kids helping or able to help. Go get me this, or hey, I need a bottle, or, hold on to the baby while I pee and, have a moment of silence to myself. Man, this smells good. I'll tell you that much. I keep hearing popping, which I'm going to say is the sausages? I'm really not sure. I think the sausages? Hydrate. Time to hydrate or dehydrate. Stop paying attention to the food ballot. I get to listen to it. There's Mr. Rancid Head's band there if you want to go look him up. I don't know if you saw the picture he posted of him playing in the Flock of the Flock earlier today. But I was hanging out doing that while I was at work yesterday. It was hot. It was awesome while we could listen, but my client, loud noises. I mean, I shouldn't have to say more. Neurodivergent and loud noises. We were able to listen to 2 songs, but then he was like, I'm out. So I'm out because he's out. Honestly, I think 20 minutes might be a little much. We're over halfway there. We're like 8 minutes left, but the potatoes are definitely potatoing. They're definitely gonna need the 8 minutes. What do you think? Should I toss it or should I leave it? Should just let it go for more? Ads. Burr burr. Wait, what? Burr burr. Wait, ad. Hold up. Oh my goodness. Honestly, holding up pretty well as far as baking goes. Hey, children, what are you doing? Whoa, 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 whoa. This camera's not there for one, and don't get ice cream on the laptop, bro.
Yeah.
Come stand right here if you want us to be on camera. What are we doing? Are you just on camera to be on camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
You sillies. Does mom know you're out here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, he's making French toast.
Oh, yes. French toast experiment. I mean, you can kind of see it in the corner up here. Sausages and onions and potatoes and all sorts of yumminess.
Yeah.
We can have it for lunch this week.
What?
It's in this one, yeah. But don't lean over my stuff. I don't want you to knock it over, okay?
Okay.
You guys can come stand over here and kind of look at it this way. Turn on the light.
Ooh, that looks so good.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, good.
Why am I what?
Potato salad.
What am I doing? It's a cooking show. So I'm making all this food and talking to people about food. I mean, kind of. Got veggies and potatoes and meat. Not exactly potato salad yet. We'd have to put some mayonnaise in there and mix it all up. It'd be kind of gross. No, I don't know how to do that. Don't get too messy, bro.
I don't. Is it the camera pointing that way though?
Yeah. The eyeball's right there in the middle.
Oh,
And it's got a wide lens so it can catch all that stuff in like a triangle.
so I thought it was just like.
No, it's not like, it's not narrow. It starts really small and goes really wide out like a triangle does.
Oh,
So like that's the tip point of a triangle.
like a cone.
It's a cone, yeah. So it goes out in a cone and then I shape it into a square or a rectangle like that. So technically it goes wider than that, but it cuts it off because I tell it to.
Like a big circle there.
Mm-hmm. But that's we cut that off and then I put it on here and so it can see pretty far if I want to, but that also means I can zoom in if I really, really wanted to.
All the way into your eyeball.
I could. It'd get really blurry and really grainy.
Grainy?
Really grainy.
It goes that far?
It can.
Do you think it can go far enough to see like the individual pixels on it?
No, it's not that powerful. It has a focal range of about here. So, oh, that is very hot. About right there is its focal range. So it sees really well up close to like right here. It doesn't see very far away and very well. All right, Squiddos, let's head inside, okay?
Okay. No, wrong hand.
Love you. Night night. Back up, back up. I know, right? Don't touch oven. You would think. You'd think. I'm okay. Probably first degree burn though. I'm gonna go see if I can't grab an ice pack. There we go. You would think I would learn that at some point. Don't touch hot surface. It literally has a little triangle on top too that you can kind of see, like right here. No, I guess you can't really see it, but just off screen. That's got like a curvy hot lines on top of it kind of situation. It's like, duh, don't do that. You know, this thing actually puts out a nice amount of heat. I'm going to toss it and put it back in for another 10 or 15 minutes. Because it looks mostly done, but not fully. Like the onions are just kind of dried. They're not getting brown. Uh-oh. What did I do with my Scooby Scoop? Shoot, I think I brought it inside. All right, make sure nothing explodes. There are black bits on the sausages. In a couple minutes here, not even. Yeah, no, 2 minutes here, I'll take it out and you can see it. But there is a little bit of char on there. Or, I wouldn't say burnt. You'll see. You'll see. It's mostly just brown. But it's like the skin starting to pull back and caramelize. And there is a little bit of brown on some of the potato and the cabbage as well, but I really want to get it on the onion. So we're going to toss it. Yeah, I don't know if you heard Rosie go there, but Penale is, we got a Pullman loaf, which is a perfectly square, sorry, a Pullman loaf pan, which is a perfectly square loaf pan for making bread with a lid that makes it exactly a perfectly square instead of like that domed up over style of bread that you normally get. And the reason for us getting that was so that we could make pre-made, pre-frozen French toast, and then the kids in the morning could pull it out for like a quick, I'm late for school or, whatever breakfast, and have it actually, taste some kind of good. So she's trying a new one where she's leaving it in the full slice and then thin enough that we could put it in the toaster oven. So you make French toast, you cook it like normal, then you freeze it. And they'll just be able to put it in the toaster oven and brown it up and heat it up and then, tear it into chunks, dip it, do whatever they want with it. Not too bad. It's like a sunburn. Hot thing is hot. Okay, there we go. All right, let's check. We've got aloe inside, yeah. Okay. So yeah, you can see in the back here, it's really more brown than anything else. And it is a lot darker on this camera than it is in person. But yes, they got brown. I'm gonna toss these. Yeah, because a lot of the vegetables didn't get fully brown. They're cooked, but they're not 100%. Not me losing 1 or 2 sausage pieces. Run away! All right, cool. So now we've redistributed the oils, tossed everything. There's also a runaway potato, which I will grab. As you can see, potato is really done. Hot, hot, and very hot. So I just want to get some more color on this, so I'm going to toss it in for another 10 minutes. So altogether, like a half an hour, give or take, of cooking time. Okay, and then we should be done. While you were, or while the kids were out here saying goodnight, They're like, it smells good. What is that? And then they said, it looks like potato salad. And I'm like, what? Potato salad? Which, I mean, I guess it kind of is a potato salad, really. The light's going to stay on this time. Oh, there we go. I think we could actually do some pretty good baking in this. So we could do things like cookies and desserts and whatnot. It's one of the reasons I wanted to do this today. That, and I was being lazy because I have non-stopped work since like Friday. Did stream, woke up, went to work, came home, started doing plumbing, went to sleep, went all day Sunday outside in the hot sun, came home, did more plumbing, went to sleep, woke up, did more plumbing today, and then finally got a bit of a break to record. So I'm just like, what's an easy meal? What's a... Oh, that read that as the chicken lecheche thing. The chicken lich thing. No. As I said, I've been a little preoccupied. I do have some downtime tonight. I still have to get my upload done here. It looks like it's done editing. I just need to upload it. So I'll be able to sit down while that's uploading and check that out. I wonder if that's a custom... I mean, I'm sure it's a custom campaign, but... Also, I totally realized the other day... Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh man, what's his name? Jimothy. The other day you were telling me about Jimothy being like an official character or mob or whatever you want to call it, monster, has a stat block. And it was so chaotic that I wasn't able to fully comment on that. But then literally right after that stream, Penalea sent me the thing talking about it. Like, oh, look at this. But I legit like that idea. I'm going to work Jimothy in. Although, as we saw with Raven, I don't think I have to worry about that. Other people will start adding in chaotic randomness when we start up D&D here. Oh. More on that on Thursday, though. Talk more then. Not me just resting my arm on this ice pack. It's covered. It's covered. Don't worry. It's covered. Here, let me do a quick Google search while we're waiting of chicken lich. I just opened it up to Midwest states and I was like, what the hell is this? It's on Roll20. A poultry-based undead master surrounded by its hench chickens. 9th level adventure. Oh, it's just now starting. That 10 minutes. It is a one-shot, though. $6? I'm not mad at that. It is a 5th edition adventure for 3 to 7 5th to 10th level characters. Optimized for 5 at an APL of 9. Oh, Lord. I guess that's not going to get rid of it. It's a description anybody can look up. The Chicken Lich was once a powerful spellcaster named Zeke. Zeke intended to have his soul stored in a decorative golden egg. Unfortunately, the egg went missing the day of the immortality ceremony, and one of Zeke's henchmen substituted a normal chicken egg. The ritual went awry, and 3 weeks later, Zeke hatched as a newborn chick. Zeke still had his memories and spellcasting abilities, but was much shorter and covered in feathers. Needless to say, Zeke immediately disintegrated the henchman who caused the mishap. The rest of Zeke's disciples and henchmen were turned into chickens to share in Zeke's misery. That's hilarious. I'm sorry, what? There's a mega bundle of it? Oh, okay. It's included in a list of bundles that he has. Okay, okay. Is this just map pack? Because I just want the story, like, honestly. I mean, a map pack's fine, but, like... That's hilarious. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, you can buy it on his website. The Chicken Lich. Oh, no, you can more than buy it on his website. It's just available. You can get it as PDFs from his Patreon. Wow. Okay. Well, we might have to play with that on D&D. That would be fun. Jimothy and the Chicken Lich. Oh, it's hot. I don't think I'm gonna need the casserole dish that I pulled out. Could you imagine if I did this with all of the vegetables that I had? I would have like a 5-hour stream. This is taking a half an hour. I probably had 2 or 3 more of these at least. Each one of those, yeah, like a 2.5-hour stream. More. And I can't see the current stats. Where are we at? Where? Oh, where? How do I not have that stat button? I thought I did. 119. Thank you. I thought I did. I will have to figure out where that is. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay, I see it. I found it. I just had it. It's so weird going from 2 screens to everything on one screen because everything's kind of like shifted around and compacted. I think we're good on ice pack. Oh man. Don't touch hot surface. Hot surface bad. So how many campaigns are you in right now, Kat? I've lost track at this point. I know at one point you were in like 3 different campaigns. Or at least 2 and like a one-off. Just the one? Right on. That's good though. And is that one that you have to drive far for? Because I know you were saying that you found like one that was closer, more local. Every week. Nice. Even better. I mean, honestly, like, as fun as it is to have one that's, far away and whatnot and have a whole plan thing in it. Right, of course. D&D's worst enemy. The worst stat block in all of D&D. Scheduling. Man, I can't believe I burnt myself. I mean, I can. Talking my hands too much. Oh, buddy. You can see my fingers. All right, 6 more minutes. This should be good to go. We'll check it out and give a final verdict, take a bite or two, see where we're at, and then I'm going to finish the rest of it inside for the rest of the week. Oh, yeah. I've said this on stream before. I have burnt myself quite a few ways, but specifically, sounds good. Sounds good. I'll take a look in just a sec. Specifically, we had a big stainless steel. I'm talking big. It was like a dresser. Um, Steam oven is what it's called. So it has this same kind of mentality, but instead of it opening on the top, it opens and goes long, and you have like a lock system on this side, and each drawer or each like shelf has its own door. So the idea is you load up pans that are full of holes and you put them on the rack and then lock it shut. And on the left side, a high pressure steam vent shoots and fills the whole chamber full of steam. And you just really quickly steam cook potatoes or large batches of vegetables or, that kind of stuff. Yep, steam burns are totally the worst. So on the left side of it, right, there's a little tiny pipe that pipes out all the steam all at once. Well, the way you like turn it off and on is a lever that's just this large square that's attached to a piece of metal that goes up, out, and up at right angles. So you can press the whole thing in and you pull it out. When you pull it out, the steam comes out. And you can pull it all the way. It just opens like a little lever that kind of covers the hole, or a wall, like a little door that covers the hole. So if you don't, and I didn't know this because nobody taught me this, if you don't make sure it's all the way pushed in, it will still be eking out a little bit of steam. So I reached in with my hand holder or my hand towel like that. So this side's completely exposed, but this side's not, to grab the pan right next to that little steam vent because that's the side that it's open on. And I hadn't closed it all the way. So a little bit of steam, which is high pressure, shot all over the back of my hand. It was just constantly shh. And you can't see it, right? Just the water vapor, but the steam itself is invisible. So I reach in, full hand, second-degree burn, just giant blister. My whole hand. I went into the doctor and they wrapped the entire thing. I immediately took my hand and stuck it in ice water. But yeah, no, big old blister all over my hand. So yeah, I've burnt myself pretty bad. These are terrible because they're just so annoying because it's like constant reminder of little stingy pain. Yep. 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 That's stupid. That's stupid. Like that one, that's not user error. That's just stupidity on, like, why would you store your pans up there? That's dumb. That's real dumb. I can get there's sometimes when you need a super hot pan to quickly fire like a sauce or something, but you have gas burners. Crank them up to high, put it on there while you go gather your ingredients, come back and psh, that's dumb. That's asking for an accident. I have definitely you put hot pans into an oven to let them like finish or hold hot and that kind of stuff while you finish the other ingredients really quick. And I've definitely reached in and just grabbed a handle, first degree like pan shaped burn with a little tiny like circle at the end and everything. I've definitely done that. I have 100% done that. And the worst part is you just have to keep going. Like you have to burn it, douse it in cold water for like 5 minutes while they try to make up, and then get your butt back there and get working. Make up for that 5 minutes you just lost. Yeah, I have 100% done that. That sucks. I know. I don't know how much the kids believe me or not about like how many times I've burnt myself or like cut myself open on cooking food and stuff. Like it's you have to. It's part of the whole idea, you know. Did I tell you when you touched the side of the pan when I was trying? Oh, so you like accidentally like seared the side and back of your hand and whatnot? Yeah, yeah, I could see that. I've been in similar. I'm sure that was fun. Did it blister up or was it just kind of red? Or was it worse? I hope it wasn't worse. That would suck. I've never gotten a third degree burn. I've never gotten that bad, but sticking a hot filler rod of metal into my finger gave me a third degree burn. Still kind of see the faint outline of the scar on my finger. But that was just because I stuck hot metal in like no flesh directly down to the bone. All right. Looks good. That's about what we're looking for. I'm going to go ahead and unplug this guy. The hot one. Oh. Ah. Ow. Yeah, I love when your body betrays you. You're like you've trained yourself for this reaction time, but then you do the stupid reaction. And your body's like, "Ha ha, dummy." All right. Potatoes are hot, but done. They smush. Looks good. Looks good. Like I said, I forgot to put the green onion or green peppers in there, but I'll get some better pictures of that later. I'm gonna go get a fork. I forgot a fork. Of all things, gonna get a fork. Not that I need to taste it to know, but you know, more seasoning and that kind of stuff when I do the full batch, and then I'm gonna mix it all together. But yeah, we'll try this and we'll chat about it and be good. Yeah, I've done that before too, where you're like, what am I doing? Ouch. How bad did it go? Did it blister up? I would imagine if it was there for a few seconds, it blistered up. All right. Oh yeah, that was close. Glass is hot. It's like, why is my hand getting warmer? Hot, hot. Yep. Second degree. There was a bubble. Yeah, my whole hand turned into a bubble. There was a bubble is a great way to put it. All right. Oh, your finger or my hand? I probably didn't put it on Facebook, honestly, but that's way long ago. All right. All right. A little bit more seasoning overall. Flavor's good though. Hot. These ones on the end, they didn't hold up so well. Like it almost got this skin almost just created like a little hollow pouch. Maybe a pepper. That's what I'm wondering. But she is a nurse, so maybe she means burns. I don't know. Eyeball. Really trying not to like do too much on the nonstick, so it's harder to get this in there. Now I'm gonna take pictures of it with the full batch. Hell yeah. Oh, that's a mighty bit of pepper. Oh, man. This is like 90% ice at this point. Damn. Okay. So yeah, I need to make sure to season everything this second time around. Potatoes are fully cooked. Cabbage is fully cooked. So yeah, about a half an hour baking. One pan. Chop it all up into bites. My idea with this is I'm going to let cool. Put it into either individual servings, like in those deli containers, or if you have Tupperwares or that kind of stuff. Heat it up in the microwave. You can put some sauce on it if you want to, like barbecue or whatever. You can put cheese onto it, or you can just eat it as is. It's got vegetables. It's got potatoes. I mean, starches. It's got proteins. Just a bowl of this would basically be a complete meal. Some fresh fruit would be nice. But yeah, good to eat for the whole family. Pretty cheap too. It's mostly vegetable. Oh, okay. Well, that's gonna be it. Unless we got any more questions or anything. Don't want to cut it too short, but you know, any more chat about burning the hell? I don't know what Penalea wanted to know and who. You put in Discord. There we go. There we go. Where did I put my phone? Ah. Want to look at the French toast? Yeah, that's ouchy. Ooh, man. No, ow. Yeah, see, you got to tell them though, because that's super light. Probably, I'm sure we could find it back. I do vaguely remember you showing something similar and talking about searing a pan. That's dinging a bell somewhere in the back of my brain. So many French toasties. All right, well, I'm going to go finish cooking the rest of this inside on one giant pan instead of a bunch of little individual pans, but this opens up a lot of options for us. We could make some cookies on this. We could do, it's got a rotisserie setting on it and that kind of stuff. So we could do all sorts of little things. So we're definitely going to try some more baking stuff now instead of just pan cooking. I do still want to really focus on like prep meals and that kind of stuff. That's half the reason I'm doing this. But this definitely opens up for some more baking options. But don't touch it. Yeah. Oh, well, this, I'm using my fingernails. Also, it's cooled down a significant amount, but thank you. Good looking. Thank you for that. All right. Well, I am going to sign off. We will be back tomorrow with some game. I did post the schedule today. So definitely check that out on the platform. Rightful Ender. Not Foodful, but you know, they're one and the same. I did tag each of the platforms, but join our Discord if you haven't. For now, thank you for hanging out, Kat, and anybody out there lurking. I do appreciate you as well. We will see you tomorrow. Hopefully you have a great rest of your night. Bye-bye.